Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo December 15, 2021. When talking about love, most people resort to thinking about a partner even though it would not have to be that way. You would have the opportunity to change towards love in general. Family, friends, people everywhere who are of your importance, so that everything is seen with greater energy towards that fact. Capricorn would be the best of energy on you. You would turn your face to realize that sometimes you have lost details of what you least thought about, and they would leave your life with no opportunity to return. Therefore, you would be far-sighted enough, orderly, and full of good energy to make everything turn in your favor. With the crescent moon, you would achieve your mission. Suddenly you might think with uncertainty that if the steps you have taken would be correct enough to undertake a life project. Now that you have everything ahead of you, you could surely feel that you deserve to reap what you sowed with very good looks and omen. This is a great day to experience calm and gentle emotions. You will be sentimental, expressing affection to friends and family. You can write a letter to someone who lives far away and take your time to reconnect with her. If someone you know birthday is near, buy them a special gift and show them how much you appreciate them. Today, let your heart flow and express your true emotions. You are free to act and succeed. You exult under the planetary fires. You can seduce, conquer, love, project, and achieve. Do not listen to the noises of the corridors, the bad tongues, which jealous you or lack confidence in you. This day, you gain credibility. It's time to convince those who can support you and accompany you. Take the opportunity to deal with the boring details as well as possible. To be solved in good company. Your relationships are hectic. Someone is calling for your attention or challenging you. You don't have to worry about whether your actions were right, but if not, you will be hard-pressed to avoid a serious enough conflict. Sympathy for yourself would be the one that with prosperity would help you to dispel your defects. Unlike what you have ahead of you in terms of your prosperity and health, you would have invested your time to make things look better. You may find yourself in a slow and steady course of discipline that understands an older and more traditional way of looking at things. Suddenly, however, you are struck by an aggressive force that prompts you to do things differently. The more you try to resist this force, the more likely you are to feel friction and tension in your life. Open your arms and embrace this new energy that will bring you an extremely positive effect. Those around you admire your ability to face all obstacles with calm and serenity. A lot of people would have panicked in you, but you wouldn't. You list the problems and gradually find the most suitable solutions. You don't waste your energy in unnecessary convolutions and always know how to keep a cool head. Does an unforeseen rebound screw everything up? You find a way to see the bright side of every situation. You have impressive mental strength. It would have been a bit complicated not being able to realize that there are a couple of people who resemble you and who would like to share everything that they have learned at the time so that money remains in their lives. Without wear and tear, you would be able to put everything in order, thinking about what is necessary so as not to feel devastated and to grow your fortune. Other people may pressure you to do or say something that you probably disagree with. Your sixth sense is incredibly good, so stay alert and raise your antennas. Don't be a victim of people trying to control your mind by saying sweet things and compliments to you. You are smarter than that. It is also not a good idea to remain silent. Be strong and stand firm. This heaven asks you to weigh the pros and cons before engaging in debate or combat. You have to think before you act to avoid shooting mistakes, unnecessary conflicts, and end the day on a professional level. You are a go-getter, that's for sure. If a lack of thought has led you to bankruptcy, it is ancient history you have managed to fall back on your feet. Financial worries are now behind you, your future is secure. No deadline is not met, they say, so if after a while your partner tells you that it is time to get married, do not throw it on deaf ears, despite your fears. You would be able to locate a couple of things that are unpleasant about someone that you would like for a long time, putting that fact as a precedent so as not to think of her as a couple. If a family member is in a bad mood but won't confess why, it's up to you to put an end to their mood. He sees everything black around him, and wherever he goes he infects people. Do your best to get him out of that mood, even though he tries not to push things too hard. Therapy may be good for you, but it is not your area of expertise. So help him, but don't get overwhelmed. For natives of the sign who have been living as a couple for several years, the situation could take an unexpected turn that will surprise you. You may be called upon to question the relationship that unites you to the other and to wonder about the follow-up to be given to your story. Above all, don't indulge yourself in making a decision you might regret, and take stock of the consequences that rash action could have. This situation will be due to Mercury's unfavorable position against you and could last a few days. Some risks would be impossible to feel close to because, for some occasions in which your confidence was affected, you could justify some lack of important deliveries promptly. It could be that Capricorn made you give up whatever is holding you back, to make yourself a person full of virtues and not the opposite. Your actions will be guided by a great sense of responsibility towards your fellow men. You may as well be a role model for young people without even knowing it. Keep your head up regardless of the work you do. Your example will have a profound effect on the lives of many people. Now is the perfect time to make good resolutions and adopt a healthier lifestyle that will positively impact your wallet. If you regularly spend your money on unhealthy habits such as cigarettes or junk food, for example, take full advantage of this favorable aspect of Uranus to reduce their costs. Your health and your budget will get better for it. In addition, you will be able to use the pennies you save on these guilty pleasures better. Many natives will have the impression of going in circles in the family domain today. A family meal where the organization is not moving forward, work postponed for lack of time or money, important documents that come back because they were not filled in correctly. This kind of setback usually happens to you. Overhead, but not today. To limit the impact, delegate a few tasks to your spouse and try to empower other family members so that you no longer have to manage everything alone.